Grab a pair of nunchucks and a collie stick. I want to show you how you can use these in combination to improve your nunchuck skills faster. And stay tuned at the very end for a wrist roll exercise that's going to improve your dexterity and speed. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit like, and in the comments today, tell me if you're using a speed chuck like this or one of the longer chain chucks, one of the ones we call a dinosaur chuck, just because it's the old style, it's the kind that Bruce Lee uses. Tell me what you're working with. Warm up with your nunchuck, grab it in the middle or closer to the string or the chain and start to spin. Just a forward rotation, and we're just going at the wrist. So you have the wrist, you have the elbow, or you have the shoulder. We're just doing the wrist to warm up with. Small motion, and then go right into a figure eight. And now reverse your spin, spin the other way, and go into a reverse figure eight. And now the other hand. It doesn't matter which hand you start with. Figure eight forward, spin forward, forward figure eight, and then reverse your spin, and then just reverse that figure eight. Now here's where a lot of people get stuck at the very beginning. They're starting to do this transfer from hand to hand with that forward strike in front of the body, and then they whack themselves in the back of the head, and it hurts. You're not gonna die from it. Don't quit because of that, but a lot of people will. So what I want you to do is I want you to put the chuck down, pick up your collie stick, and work on that motion and bring it up. When your nunchuck is in motion and you're swinging it through the air, it becomes a stick. That means both sides line up with each other and you have the little string or the chain in the middle. So when you're bringing it back here, as long as you're moving quickly, and so when you start to bring the stick behind your body, you can teach yourself where to stick this hand. Wherever you point this hand, that's where the stick goes, is where your stick's gonna go. That means the other half of the nunchuck, when you have the string in the middle. You'll figure it out faster, you'll get better faster if you bring the stick into your training. Now here's what you do, here's what I do when I'm not paying attention. I start to point my elbow out, and that means I'm pointing the stick to the back of my head. That's when you hit yourself in the head. It's the only way you can hit yourself in the head. So if you point this here, which is, it's intuitive, you're going to do that at the beginning a lot. You're gonna start to smack yourself in the head with your nunchuck. You can't slow the nunchuck down enough because once you lose your momentum, it doesn't go up into your hand. You can slow down your collie stick. If you don't have a collie stick, use any stick. Break one off a tree branch if you have to. Bring your hand down and bring it up. Get good at this motion so that you can speed up a little bit. Put this down, pick up your chuck, and go through that same thing. Now, the next motion I find is a little bit easier when you're bringing it here. This can also be done, this is that deflecting strike or a blocking motion. You're pulling it up, that's the reverse spin that you warmed up with, pulling it back, and then the hand goes in front of your body, under your elbow, still perpendicular. Pull it to the other side. You can also do that motion with your collie stick. Now here's your bonus move, the wrist roll. I want you to go into a figure eight. This is my right hand. When it comes to the left side of my body, I'm going to open the hand and allow it to roll over the back of my wrist. Now I'm in what's called a negative grip. That means it's coming out of my thumb instead of out of the pinky side. And I go into that same forward motion. And now it's still in my right hand. When I bring it to the right side, I open my hand and I allow it to come over. Now, this can be done with your collie stick So whether you use the collie stick or the nunchuck, expect to drop it a lot.